Getting old, well, it sucks. It happens to all of us, and for the most part, we don't like it. No matter our present age, we see all around us the effects of aging on parents, friends, and other people. We may even dread the thought of getting old. Unless you have been there or are presently close to being there, whatever age there is, you don't really know the feelings of aging to the same degree as someone who has traveled life further than you. So now, what am I going to do about this body and mind that are getting old all too quickly? What are the challenges that we all perhaps will face as we age? Here are 10 that come to mind. Some have an element of humor and some are more serious. Here goes. 1. Not having the energy that you used to. Without a doubt, this is number 1 on the list. Aging saps our strength, and for the most part limits our endurance even in mundane activities. It is a rare individual indeed who has the same energy level at 50 as he or she did at 30. The best way to counter this is to get enough sleep, exercise often, eat healthily, and take the proper supplements. 2. Not being fully involved in a career. For men especially, this is a big one. Most of us spend 0+ years in one or more careers, but we have always worked, as it seems. Now, as full or partial retirement approaches by choice or not, we need to be involved in meaningful, although many times unpaid activities such as volunteering or helping in our sphere of influence. Indeed, taking on a part-time job, if possible, is a great way to keep life's flow. 3. Seeing children leave the nest and make mistakes. We can vicariously live a lot of our lives through our children, and when we see them make what we consider unwise choices, most of us are greatly affected. As hard as it seems, releasing them to their own made future lifts a great weight off of parents and grandparents. 4. Having to cut back on vacations and going out. Depending, of course, on one's financial situation and planning, this may or may not be a big issue. If it is, one answer is to scale back expectations about these events. Plan simpler, closer to home trips. I am fortunate in that I did a lot of my air travel during my career, and the last thing I want to do in this present anti-terrorism era is to get on an airplane for a holiday. 5. Cutting on the pounds. Okay, this is one of the hardest parts of aging. I think I can safely say that for every decade you live, you tend to put on 10 about pounds. Am I wrong? Perhaps when you reach 10 or 4 years you may begin to lose those pounds by attrition. The answer is, if you want to lose weight, eat less and eat better. I have gone from a 2500 plus calorie a day intake to 1600 plus calories a day, and I am on a slow ramp down in weight and still feel great. 6. Staying awake and alert all day. I have always been a good sleeper, and yet I still get weary about mid-afternoon. I know my body, and I know that a 20-minute nap is all need to get through the rest of the day and the evening. Nap, it is good for you. I call it a battery boost. Schedule your activities around this, and you and any significant other will appreciate your attentiveness later in the day. 7. Being socially active. For many people as they age, they choose to withdraw from social activities for the most part, especially if they find themselves alone after many years of marriage. My wife and I are in a condo building and chose to be involved in everything that goes on. If you don't participate, then don't complain that you are lonely and left out. If you physically can, join in and live better. 8. Keeping track of the medications. In this day and age of medications for everything, including medications to counteract the effect on another medication, it is easy to get to the point where you can forget what pill must be taken when. For many years there have been neat little holders even with the day and time on them for your medications. Use them and relax about your meds. 9. Remembering where you parked the car. Believe it or not, GPS can be used here. Failing that, park where there is a sign or billboard or some identifiable marker. I love places like Disneyland, where you can park near the Blue Monkey and get back to your car. There are even activities and games that can exercise your brain and help memory. 10. Remembering anything. Like number 9, this becomes problematic with age. Much study is being done, but I know for myself, keeping an active calendar on my smartphone is the best way to remember things and appointments. I have also realized that nutrition plays a big role in memory. I don't know how, but I do know that being nutritionally fit is as important as being physically fit. For me, I have chosen to exercise more, eat better, and take a regime of nutritional supplements that are formulated to improve nearly every aspect of my health. Your aging can be challenging, but the effects can be minimized through good nutrition and active living.